Now, Eric, we've been talking about David Montgomery, and we want to make sure we want to try something new. Pulled up his highlights from 22-23. Let's watch them, and let's react to them together. Look at what the Lions are actually getting in this running back from Iowa.
I'm going to do my John Madden. I'm going to get the whole yellow line going.
Okay, well, we can't do that, but we can try. So I'm going to hit play here, and let's just go ahead and watch some highlights and react. Maybe. There we go.
Elusive, and he welcomes contact.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching this. Look at this. Swift would have bounced that outside.
He doesn't tiptoe. He hits right at the hole where it said. Great
Follow
patience.
The blocker. Look at that. He's very difficult to bring down on first contact. Very difficult to bring down on
slips
first
off.
contact.
I saw this play repeatedly on Twitter after they signed him. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Why the Bears did not run him? I mean, I'm glad they didn't run him into the ground. But look at this.
Look at that.
That was a 2nd and 20, and he picked up 27.
I think he's broken at least 2 tackles on each highlight that we've watched so far.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there's one here. Come on. Carries him.
And then carried a guy for 5 yards. For 5 yards. It's ridiculous. This guy's... Like, how people are upset that he's replacing Jamal
Come on, guys.
It's
Seriously.
beyond me. Like, it's beyond me. Like, this guy is legitimately probably the best running back we have on the roster. I think he's better than Swift.
And we just talked.
I do. I also like the orange jerseys.
I couldn't get with those. I couldn't get with the orange jerseys. No.
Really? I love when they do the Michigan throwback. I mean, it's not Michigan throwback, but when they wear the winged helmet.
God, what was I just about to say? Yes. So he's very, very patient when he gets the ball. Like, he can hit the hole, but you see a lot of the jump stops where he can analyze and see what's in front of him as well. He's not over eager when he's running. Yeah.
Did you see that? Spin move for 1 yard, and then he ends up getting 9.
This again.
Look at this.
Breaks another tackle. These 2 guys to bring him down.
This guy's going to be so...
And if I'm not mistaken, the Bears and the Vikings... Was it the Vikings that were trying to go after him as well? And the Lions were able to pry him away, keep him in the division?
It was.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Look at that.
Not a guy that's going to run away from you necessarily, but... Okay, out of the backfield.
Justin
Scramble
Fields,
drill.
Justin
up
Fields
the
is a decent throw.
Ooh.
Who would have thought?
Hey, that ball was on the money. As long as it doesn't happen against the Lions, I don't care.
I'm good with that.
Look at that. See, that's another one. Swift would have tried to bounce that outside, and yet he stuck it in. Oh, little swing move celebration.
He's like creating his own holes, it looks like. Even when he doesn't have space, he can stop and create his own opportunity. Look at that. And again, this is behind a horrible offensive line of the Chicago Bears.
Yes,
can you imagine him in space with Penei Sewell running in front of him?
You know what? I wonder if it's going to minimize his effectiveness with how much room he's
right.
Because he's not going to be able to be like, how do I
just want to see Penei Sewell in front of him on a screen. Like, that's it. That's all I need to see.
Gosh, man. He's such a powerful runner. Cut back up inside.
Cut back, carrying guys in. And Swift's not really much for breaking tackles either, so...
And he looks like... I understand these are highlights, right? So we're not seeing everything. But, like, his ability to come out of the backfield and catch a ball is nice.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Giving everything that you need.
Out of the backfield again. Like, 2 hands on the football.
Jamal is situational. This guy's not situational. The situation is we're on offense.
No.
Get him on the field.
This guy's legit. Yeah, it's legitimately a 3-down.
100%. So breakaway speed.
And a touchdown. He carried that guy in there. Holy cow.
Got a real one.
To be honest with you, that's the first time that I've seen like highlights. And I had David Montgomery on my fantasy team for a little bit, so like I knew he was a productive guy. But that's extremely exciting. That's extremely exciting.
Like Lions fans, like we should have been happy about this out the gate. A lot of y'all that needed time to process Jamal Williams, who again we love, we have respect for, and thank you. This guy is an upgrade in every way possible, guys, this dude is going to be the MVP of this offense next season. And I'm no question about that.
So yards after contact per attempt was almost 3 yards. So if he got hit 2 yards in after the line of scrimmage, he was gaining 5 yards of play. 39 targets, 34 receptions, 316. So he had 1,117 total yards last year.
Amazing.
Pretty productive. 1 receiving touchdown. Grades out as a 69 or 67.9 overall. Receiving, he grades out 64, but like that's the kind of running back. I mean, you talk about grit. Those were gritty runs.
Yes, it wasn't just him being set up and he had a high weight. Like he had to improvise, he had to like jump and stop and analyze the line in front of him, and a lot very impressive, man. I see some Clinton Portis kind of to his game. Like he is a very impressive back. Like I still can't believe it's real, to be honest.
That was a really good comp.
Just a little bit, because Clinton was very patient with his running. He didn't just hit right away. Like he's like he kind of does the same thing. He stops, analyzes, but then when he hits that hole, he's out of there. I see a lot of Clinton Portis in this game.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the difference between him and DeAndre Swift, right? Swift has one gear, and it is high speed, and it is fast, and it is get to the sideline as quick as I can so I can outrun everybody, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But patience is required to be a standout running back in the NFL, and Montgomery's got that in spades.
So the infamous quote from Deuce Staley during Hard Knocks was talking about how he thinks Swift could go for 1,000 in receiving and rushing. He should have waited and said it for this guy.
He can't.
Right now, obviously he can't, but I think there's a part of him that's like, oh, that's what they got now. Dang. I know he got to be upset about that. Because, having him at his disposal, I don't think he would have went anywhere if that were the case, honestly.
So what's the best case scenario for the Lions with David Montgomery?
To me, again, I believe if we're working with what's been successful for this team, the running game was, to me, the biggest focal point. It wasn't, trying to aerate it out and, try to just thrive on scoring 30, 40 points. Even though the offense was able to do that, those games were at their best when the running game was helping them. So having David Montgomery as an all-around full-purpose back, I think the best case scenario is, like you just said, going for the rushing title, being top 5 at your position, and being that number 1 engine to this offense. I don't think he's a complimentary guy. To me, he can be your focal point. He'll keep the defense tired that he's running through. He'll be able to work time of possession to the offensive advantage. I just think he has so much upside to his game. And as the number 1 engine, I'm not letting you live that down. I think he's the perfect back.
All I care is that they score more points. I don't care how long they possess the ball, just score more points than the other team. That's all that matters. Best case scenario, I think, is him and Swift on the field as much as possible together.
Okay.
One, I think that helps keep Swift a little bit healthier. It literally opens up the playbook for you to where the defense has no idea what tendencies are coming. And with Ben Johnson having somebody like this at his disposal, you can't help but be excited for this offense to get back on the field.
I think there's one more thing that I'm really excited about too. A lot of that elusiveness that you saw, I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. I apologize.
You're good.
But a lot of that elusivity that we saw was on the field and on the grass. I think playing in a dome too is going to make him even more explosive because he's already shifty. Being able to plant, hopefully, we actually did see a whole lot of like injuries in like turf areas. So hopefully that's not the case. We've seen running backs have the ability to go off in Ford Field, and I think he can still add on to that. Honestly,
yeah, I don't necessarily love our field, but it is what it is at this point. I love our crowd at our field because it is literally a baked-in home field advantage, and it's fantastic. But yeah, I just like this guy's really good. He's really good, and he's going to be even better behind this offensive line. I mean, he was 25th last year in DVAR. Remember that value added as a running back. Split time with Khalil Herbert. Also was in DVOA. He was 28th. 22nd. I'm sorry. He was 22nd. Right at about league average, but just a really good addition, and one of those sneaky picks that makes Brad Holmes a genius.
Yes, like finessing, being able to finesse your division by saying, "Here, we don't want TJ Hockenson no more. Give us 2 twos and take him away from us."
Yeah.
Not only are we going to finesse y'all like that, give us the running back that's the best in the division, arguably, and bring him to us. I don't care that 2 of y'all try to get him. He's ours now for the next 3 years. That absolutely helps the legend of Brad Holmes to be able to finesse within your division. I love that.
Yeah, it for sure does. The big question that we have to answer, though, is what number is he going to wear? If you were to make a prediction, because he can't wear 32, because that's Swiss. Does he wear 23 like old Darius Slayton?
That's possible. You know what could be the case? And let me do some research real quick, because we're seeing a lot of players change now in terms of what their college numbers used to be. So if it's a single digit number, maybe he goes back to that. I'm trying to look and see what he was when he was at Iowa State. He was at 32 again. He really is going to want that 32.
See, that's his number. Anzalone wears that. I was going to say, if he models his game after Sweetness.
That's right. 34. Yeah, you know what, Anzalone? Cough that up. Cough that up.
Yeah.
You can stay here,
for sure.
But cough that up and give it to Montgomery.
You know what I think would be the ultimate boss move? If he said, give me 30.
Oh, somebody else used to wear this? Clean it off. Put his own spread on it.
Your franchise leader in touchdowns wore this last year. Let me wear it and then go break the record. Go ahead, David. It's all yours, man.
That would be messy, but I'd be all for it, honestly.
I'd be all for it, man. It'd be great. It would be so great. So listen, here's the deal. We have looked at David Montgomery and his past and his experience with the Bears, where he never rushed for less than 800 yards. He had 1,100 yards total last season. Looked at a little bit of highlights that were quite exciting for us Lions fans, knowing that we now have 2 legitimate RB1s on our roster. I made a little guess as to what number he's going to wear. Personally, I think he should wear 30. Just rid the city of Jamal at this point, because he's stuck around too long. It's the Batman quote, right? At a certain point, you live too long.
See yourself become a villain.
See yourself become a villain. And you became the villain, Jamal, when you said our offer was disrespectful, which it was not. Your agent was just a moron. So, we have every reason to be excited. We got the live draft show coming up on April 27th. Beyond the Box is now coming at you 4 times a week, live on Monday and Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Dropping more in-depth analysis like tonight's show on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 o'clock. So make sure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you pounded that bell for notifications when those shows do drop. And if you like this video, make sure you let us know by dropping us a like and sharing it with everybody you know, so that we can become their favorite Detroit sports host as well. He's Eric Vincent. I'm AJ Riley. We will see you guys again Thursday night live at 9 o'clock. Make sure you're there, because you're not going to want to miss it.